Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Luke back here with another video. Today I just wanted to show a quick tutorial on how to use a water-fed pool filtration system. If you don't know how to use a water-fed pool or you're looking into getting into window cleaning, this will be a great video for you guys to watch. Find out exactly what the water-fed pool does, how to perfect your technique, and so on and so forth. So stick around for the video. We'll find out how to use this thing and all things about the water-fed pool. So I keep my water-fed pool filtration tank in the back of my truck, and most of the time whenever I'm doing my jobs, I will be able to keep it in here just based off of the way that I have everything functioning. So starting off, the water-fed pool is basically just a water softener filtration system so that you can clean windows and leave them completely streak-free, spotless, without having to use soaps, without having to use a squeegee or detail. You just basically use pure 100% water. So the water-fed pool system has your RO membrane, it has your carbon filter, and it has your DI filter. Depending on where you live, you might only need a DI filter. You might not need a carbon filter. But since I live down here in South Texas, the minerals and the water is super hard, so I have to get the 3-stage, but they do have other units that are a little bit cheaper that might just be the 1 or the 2-stage. So check out windowcleaner.com to see which unit is right for you. But step 1 when using the water-fed pool for me is I get my wastewater tube and I have it already kind of hanging off of the truck. Now if you're using the water-fed pool and you're wheeling it out and putting it in the grass, then you can just have your waste tube just hanging around in the grass anywhere you like. But for me, I like to have it in the truck, and I just connected a garden hose to where it can just kind of hang out off the truck, and then all the wastewater will go out into the grass. Sometimes what I'll do is if it's on a little, because this is a little hill right here, then I will actually connect another garden hose. So now that I have all my hoses right there, the wastewater will come out and it'll flow into the grass. Next, you're gonna wanna connect your garden hose. So I have my Flexzilla garden hose. Pull my hose to the customer's house. So now that we have this all good and connected, next what we'll wanna connect is our pure water hose reel. Now that we have our pure water hose reel connected, we can go ahead and turn on the customer's water. And if you buy your system off of windowcleaner.com, what I have here is the ultimate residential system, and it comes with the hose reel, comes with the tank, it comes with your water-fed pool brush, and a whole bunch of other accessories. So I'll put a link down below for you guys to check it out. We can turn on our customer's water. And this water has all of the sediments in it, so once it goes through the water-fed pool tank, it's going to filter out all of that stuff, and out here will be pure water. So after a few moments, you can tell water's already coming out of here. This will be the pure water, and we'll test it with our TDS meter. And then over here is your wastewater. This is all of the water that still has all of those sediments. And what you want to do is wait about 90 seconds before you actually start using this water, and you can actually test it with your TDS meter to find out what the actual reading is. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. Put a little bit of water in there, close it back up, and so right now it's showing 18. You want to be under 10. If you're under 10, you're gonna get guaranteed spotless results. If you're over 10, then that's when you want to start changing your carbon filter or your resin tank, which is your DI tank. So this is our water-fed pool brush and our water-fed pool. Whenever you get the ultimate residential kit off of windowcleaner.com, it'll come with all of these accessories that I'm talking about. And this one right here is your 12-foot pool. It'll also come with a 30-foot pool. Since we're just doing a 1-story home, you don't really need to mess around with a 30-foot pool. So it's been a couple minutes. We're gonna go ahead and test our water, making sure that it's ready to clean. So we're gonna dump a little bit of water in our TDS meter, plug it in, and it is showing 0. So that means we are good to clean windows, and we can guarantee that it's gonna leave a spot-free finish. Next, we can just turn this on and off valve to the off position. Connect our water-fed pool tubing, which is nice because it is just a quick connect. So you just pull this back, put this in, release, and now you're good to go. Then we can connect our tubing to our water-fed pool. All right, now we're good to go. Now we can start cleaning windows. So we can turn on our on switch on our hose reel and our tubing, and water will start shooting out of our water fed pole. So now we have our pure water coming out of here, and I'll show you guys exactly how to clean a window with a water fed pole. So whenever you clean windows with a water fed pole, you want to make sure that you clean the frames really well. For these windows, I didn't clean the frames too much because they're pretty old. I didn't want to damage them, so I just gave them a good rinse just to get all of that surface dirt off of there. But whenever you scrub the windows, you just want to scrub up and down, left to right, really loosen up all of that dirt off of the window. And the most important thing is the rinse. Whenever you rinse your window, that's when you get off all of the dirt. So you can scrub really well, but if you don't give it a good rinse, then all of that dirt will pretty much just stay on the window and dry up really, really dirty. So what I'm doing here, since I already finished the top window, I'm gonna let that dry and let that drip on the bottom before I go to the bottom window, so none of those dirty drips go into my new window. So now what I can do is move on to another window and do the top part. Once I'm done with that, I can come back to the bottom window, and then vice versa, do the bottom window at the next window once I'm done with this one. So when using a water fed pole, it's important to kind of educate your customer and notify them that, you know, there will be water drying up on the glass, but it's not going to stain the glass. It's not going to create a hard water stain. Some customers might come out and say, hey, why are there water drops on my windows? Well, it's your job to educate them kind of on your process and your system, that you're using a filtration system. It dries spotless. There might be water spots that they see, but give it a couple minutes and they will all dry up and the windows will look great. Some customers might also just think that what you're using is super cool because they might have never seen this before whenever they had their windows cleaned in the past. Especially for the clients that I have done in the past, they have never really seen any water-fed pole technology like this. They've only seen it the traditional way with a scrubber and squeegee. So if they're staring at you, they are probably just really amazed at the equipment that you have and the process. So as you can tell, this is much quicker than just doing a scrubber and squeegee. There's no soap in this, there's no towels, so it's just straight pure water, scrubbing and rinsing, letting it dry, and then you're done. And as you can tell, those windows look so much better. They were done super quick within just a couple of minutes, rather than if you do it traditional, you're gonna have to get up there, possibly with a ladder. Especially if you're doing two-story homes, water fed pole is so much more safer, and you can just be super efficient with cleaning windows. You can land way more jobs, whether it's condos, hotels, big two-story or three-story homes, you name it. With the water fed pole, your opportunities are really endless. So as you can tell, these windows have already dried up well. Now a lot of that stuff's on the inside. Everything on the outside is looking real good, and that's the power of the water fed pole. So we have done about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's 2 on the other side, so 12 windows. We've done about 12 windows in, I would say, about 20 minutes or so. Doing 12 windows traditionally will probably take you closer to 45 to an hour, just depending on how fast you are. But with water fed pole, you can really speed up your time, and it's just such a game changer on how fast you can complete your window cleaning, and you can really double, triple your earnings per day by the amount of houses that you can complete. So definitely look into a water fed pole. It's definitely worth the purchase. I know it's a big price tag at first, but definitely consider it, and it can really truly make things so much easier for you. And if any of y'all are actually traveling to Corpus Christi for work or for any other reason, and y'all are needing a place to stay at a pretty good, reasonable rate with furniture already included, with the microwave, with appliances and everything, then check out this house. I'll put a link in the description. This is actually one of my good realtor friends, a fixer-upper that he did. So check out this house in the description if you're ever traveling to Corpus, whether you're a traveling nurse or you're traveling for work. This can be a great place for you to stay. Has all the necessities that you need. It's in a good neighborhood, and it's a nice fixer-upper home. So I'm glad that I'm able to get the windows cleaned up for him. But yeah, feel free to check out the link below if you're ever interested. So this right here is especially great for water-fed pool work. All right, so we have finished the entire house. All of these back ones, all the ones on the side, and it is about 11 o'clock. So we got here and really started cleaning about 9:30, 9:45. And after, taking breaks to film and everything, I would say about an hour. You can knock this house out in an hour. And as you can tell, I got a lot of stuff still on the inside. But no, everything's looking good. And as you can tell, these windows, they just dry up super nice. 0 spots whatsoever, which is just amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap everything up. I'll show y'all how I reel in all the hose reels, how I pack everything, how I store it safely to get ready for the next job. What I like to do as well is once I'm finished up, you can kind of turn on your hose and just kind of rinse off your tubing. Get that all cleaned up before you put it back in your car. You can also use this to wash your hands, or if you have some dirt that's around here, flip it upside down and it'll just rinse off itself. Get it all cleaned up. All right, so we can turn off our water.